Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ask a Virgo and Friends. This is season two, episode four, and tonight we will be covering divorces. Isn't that such a ugly word, divorce? When I part from you and leave you forever,
That's some
they'll
nasty.
almost see your ugly ass face. Sorry.
That's divorces. That's some nasty business. Shit.
So, like, okay, when do you know it's time? Like, how do you know that it's time to like even think about divorce? When is it like when's your last straw, girl?
The loss when there's a loss of affection, a loss of emotional support. You know, when there's a loss of emotional support or there's a loss of affection, um, like you could love each other. That's all fine and well, but
Yeah,
when the because there's an old saying, the thrill is gone. Well, you know that you can always rekindle a flame over time,
you
but there's
can.
between rekindling a flame and it be
And that
irrevocable.
flame just sizzling all the fucking way out, right? It just being dark in that fucking room.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's certain things that that's why I say once there's a loss of like emotional support or emotional communication or a loss of mental support and or communication or verbal even. Once the communication or there's a loss of affection in any of those, uh, then yeah, it's time to start reevaluating the whole situation in general.
So I wanted to come back to the word affection. You know what I mean? So when you said affection initially, I was thinking like the touching of the hand, the simple kiss, the holding of hands, enjoying a movie together, the hugs. Those types of things came to mind for me when I thought affection. Were you thinking along the same lines, or were you thinking something else?
Um, that's like I think that's basic affection because over time, you guys might not hold hands as much, but
Mm.
I think when you start talking about um some people get married and their shit is so fucked up. Like one person will be sick, and the
Yeah.
other one like no type of they have no care. You know what I mean? Oh, you'll be fine. Or they're not asking you, hey, in the beginning they might have brought you soup, they might have done this, they might have done that. And now you're towards the demise of your marriage and it's like get your own fucking soup. You know what I mean? Or
Laying that throw up, bitch. I hate throw up. I hate throw up. I am an anti throw up person. I realize that once a motherfucker stops taking care of me when I done vomited, it's a wrap. And I know that's disgusting as fuck, but that's like me at my worst, you know?
yeah. Yeah, so I feel like I shit. I know we're saying marriage, but divorce. I think you can divorce your parents. You can divorce your boyfriend. I mean, yeah, marriage is a legal binding contract, but
True.
you people in general out of your lives.
Well, I
If
mean, parents, you're talking the truth because you think about emancipation. That's
yeah,
when kids at the age of 16, I know in California, at the age of 16, you're allowed to divorce your parents.
yes, yes. So I think whenever there's a loss of whenever there's a loss of affection, uh, and like I said, beyond just holding hands, when I said like, damn, I'm going, my dog just died or some shit, and you just walk past and you're like, damn, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah.
before it would have, you'd have held me and made it all better. And fuck, we might have even gone on Google and look at potential dogs we were gonna buy. Not even ever,
Yeah.
but just
Or get from a pound because we are shelter lovers as well.
yes, we do love shelter doggies. So wherever you get your fur friend, your fur baby from, um, but I do feel as though once there becomes a loss of affection, or once you guys, okay, for instance, not every situation in relationships becomes volatile, but
Mhm.
once you start talking stupid to each other, once there's name calling involved, that's the
Once you
that
put your hands on the motherfucker,
yes, the all of those things are the beginning of the end. Now, can you
yes.
people make mistakes? Yes, I do agree that everybody makes mistakes and some things you can come back from. But when it starts becoming more and more volatile, you will start to lose more and more respect for that person, and you will have less of them. Y'all will have more worse bad times, good times, and I think that even goes with sex as well. Intimate, you could tell when the love starts to become different. Either they touch you different or you feel different when they touch you.
Yeah.
Because it's
But
like,
can you bounce back from that? And that's just a general question. I know people want to know.
I think you can bounce back from anything, but I think you also know cut your losses as well. I think you can bounce back from anything, but I don't say that. No, that
I like
and
ice.
yeah, you gotta cut your losses at some point. Yeah, you gotta cut your losses. Um,
Yeah.
Now that's not saying the problem is people like to cut their losses too soon. Some people
Facts.
so like when shit is really tough, you know what I mean, and then it's like, oh fuck, this is too much, I can't deal with it. And then you have some people that don't know when the fuck
To cut their losses and go. Yeah.
I rock. You know what I mean? Krishan from the whole Blueface and all that shit.
Oh, I'm saying though, you see how they drag that girl? Oh my god! And why she pregnant out there fighting?
I feel sorry for her.
Oh my god!
I feel like
I
she
would
does
not be out there prego fighting though.
no, but I feel like she doesn't have a support system or and I think that happens in marriages. And this is
Yeah.
why I'm opposed to involving your parents in what your private business is because
Oh, amen, girl. Keep your mama out your business.
that's a fact. Daddy
Yeah,
too.
and your daddy. Keep your family out your business,
Family.
and your friends. Like, let's just keep it a buck because your friends are your family as well. And the thing about it is, you should not be going to your single girlfriends for advice on how to be in a marriage
Yeah,
or a relationship. If they single, they may be single for a fucking reason.
that's a fact. That is an absolute fact.
You know what I'm
So
saying? Yeah.
I think that a lot of this shit has to do with again, once things are fucked up, like, and this might not be for everybody. This is just for me. You know what I mean? This is just for Malika because we know what we can deal with, what we will deal with, what we won't deal with. You have some people. I know some guys that are like, "Oh shit, you just mad right now." I've dealt with somebody in my past that was like, "Oh, you just mad right now." I know I say some stupid shit to you.
And I'll be back.
But I do love you, and I'm probably gonna send you this 3-4 bands or whatever. Ha ha ha! Not gonna say no names. You know who that is.
Yeah.
But and after a while, it's like, no, you can't do that. You cannot.
Well,
There are
that's
things.
somebody trying to buy their way into love too. Because I will say there are sometimes. I mean, okay, so this is my second marriage, right? Everybody knows I'm number two in, and I may say some crazy shit to my husband, and he may say some crazy shit to me. And at the end of the day, we both know that we love each other enough that we're neither one of us are going anywhere. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
it's on the level of I already know this is the end for me. I think he already knows this is the end of the line for him, and so we're gonna make this work, and we're gonna put in the work because marriage is work. We're gonna put in the work to make it work. Boom. So on the flip side, like I see what you're saying, where you say some people are just like they become stalkers and they become dangerous people,
yeah,
and it's just based off of I think it's was there love there on both sides to begin with, and
yeah,
was the love is deep on both sides to begin with? If not, because typically in a relationship one side is always going to give more than the other, and then you realize who you're going to marry when you start to be at that balance where it's sometimes I give 60, sometimes I give 40, sometimes I give 9, sometimes I give, you know what I'm saying? And so it's at that balance part where you're willing to commit to that one particular person.
yeah.
But outside of that, yeah, I get what you're saying when it's more of a controlling or type to.
I feel like for me, um, the demise of a marriage or a relationship, because I don't think I go and enter any relationships that are not damn near like a marriage because I just don't have time for
The bullshit, yeah.
the bullshit. Yeah, I'm older and I don't get on like the dating shit. Like I'm dating you and I'm dating you and I'm dating you to figure out which one. I don't got time for that.
Yeah,
So I'm,
facts.
I'm not a dater. So if I'm dealing with you, you're my person, and that's what it is. But when I feel like you can't respect my feelings, uh, like there's certain things that are red flags and pet peeves to me. Um, Not respecting my feelings, not hearing my feelings, or disregarding my shit.
Oh yeah. don't hear him, not hearing me, shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But all of this shit is the type of shit that leads to divorce anyway, right?
yeah, absolutely. And if you've been in a marriage and you enter another relationship and you start seeing these certain patterns, like see, this is what I left the last motherfucker, So I'll give an example. One of my sisters has a situation where she doesn't feel like she has a voice in her relationship, and
Uh-huh.
that is a horrible feeling to feel like, hey, this hurt me or this bothered me. And instead of that person say, well, hey, I did not do that, but instead of say, well, well, maybe next time you won't do this.
Oh,
Or, yeah, there's people like that. You tell them how
there
you,
are. There are.
instead of them acknowledging how you feel, they turn it around. And instead of being an adult, they kind of internalize, well, you did this and you did that. And to me, that's a fuck you. You basically just told me fuck me and how I feel.
I mean, I'm married to a Taurus, and so I have to bring it back around. And I had to learn to be like, there were certain things that I have to learn in order to deal with my Taurus because they automatically come with that kind of, they like he may be talking about work and things like that, and then boom, I'll cut in with something that may have really hurt my feelings or something that's really important to me, and then he may jump back to some bullshit, and I'm like, but wait a minute, did you even hear what the fuck I just said to you? And there's a way that so I think that you have to know your mate enough to know how to communicate with them on a level that it starts to start to connect with them, that what, maybe you didn't just fucking hear me, or did you just blow me off?
I think some people are so emotionally fucking retarded, and I said exactly how I meant.
Uh-huh.
No shot at anybody that's mentally challenged or anything like that, because you know how y'all motherfuckers like to tussle. You can't say certain shit now. You're just like don't give a fuck. Say what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know. I think some people are emotionally retarded, and they're gonna have an excuse as to why they can't handle your emotions. So what I've learned is when somebody tells me that I'm difficult or I'm this or nah, you just don't know how to deal with me.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's how after a while it's like,
It,
because the truth about a lot of this, when you have seen, especially when you deal, like I think somebody told me a few days ago, age has a lot to do with. And my response, I think we were having like a little group talk, and I said I don't want to hear that shit because I see motherfuckers around the same age that know how to handle themselves. So
true.
there's no excuse for that. I can know three people that are all three are the same age, but they all handle shit different. One might be childish, but knows how to handle shit out in the workplace or in the
Yeah.
workplace. They're a great provider. Whereas the second person might be, a great provider and might be a little bit childish, but emotionally fucking unavailable. You know what I mean?
Life experiences, all of these things are attributed to life experiences. Like different life experiences bring up the different levels where people are at any given stage, yeah, no matter what age.
Yeah. So I feel like a lot of times what happens is, and I blame a lot of it for us. If you allow in a relationship a man, I'm a woman, so I can only speak on, so if you guys
What you
got
allow a man to do. But if a man want to jump up in here and tell us
that,
what
I
a
was
man would do,
gonna say,
come
what do
on
you
through
feel free to jump on this motherfucker and say how you feel.
and let us know. But we gonna talk about women talk. This
But
women folk.
as a woman, I feel like once you put me in a situation where I feel like I can't feel 100% secure with you and I can't talk to you about how I feel, or if I feel like you continue to discount my feelings, I'm only gonna fuck with you but so much.
So that's divorce time, right?
Yeah,
Like once I allow you, so
yeah,
it's okay. So loss of affection
yeah.
is one, and then you say like discounting my feelings, just not caring about how I feel. Is
And
cheating a reason to be divorced?
depends.
On, I knew that's a Virgo answer. Depends.
oh,
Depends on which motherfucker was cheating. No, I'm just like,
oh,
I'm
oh no,
sorry. I'm sorry.
it depends on all the things that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because you can't say you cheated on me, fuck you, you bitch, or fuck you, you bastard. And let's just say this man is coming home and he's doing what he has to do, and this man is giving you this and he's giving you that and he's giving you his, and I'm not talking about finances. You're getting affection. He supports your dreams. And a lot of people forget, women, we are about support. So that means
Mm.
asking about my hobbies and shit. Cause see, I pay attention to shit like that.
Oh
I
yeah. How many times have you asked how my day was? How am I doing?
Yeah, not just hey, how was your day, but when's the
But
last time
listening.
you asked me about my hobby, or when's the
Yeah.
last time you really took interest in the fact that everybody knows I read tarot cards, I do astrology, y'all know I'm a spiritual guy, spiritual advisor, so forth. But when's the last time you've had a conversation with me about stuff like that? When
Yeah.
you have those type of conversations and that piques my interest, that makes everything else to follow.
Yeah.
But if we're not doing none of that, and all we're doing is beefing and talking and all this other shit, by the time we have sex, it's gonna feel mediocre to me.
And I'm
Because
not interested. I don't even want to have sex with you if you're not piquing my interest, though.
you
If
know,
you're not stimulating my mind, I don't even want to have sex because now it's a chore. It's
this
not fun anymore. But
no,
yeah, yeah. In the beginning, it used to be fun, and it
yeah,
was because you piqued my interest. It was because we had conversations that were both ways. It wasn't just one sided. It wasn't just me sitting there listening to everything that you're fucking talking about. It was you asking about me and how I feel and what I'm going through, and so that attracted me to you in the beginning, from a Virgo standpoint.
yeah,
Speaking solely from a Virgo standpoint.
absolutely.
Because we are what sexual sapios,
Yeah, yeah.
sapiosexuals. I may be fucking that up. I'm sorry.
I got you. I got you. I feel as though, once I feel like I'm not getting 100% of your interest,
I'm out.
and like you're not interested in like, things that I'm interested in, if you're not trying to, um, and again, if you're not worried about not just my day, but how I genuinely feel. And if you're not really putting the effort, because you could tell when somebody, like a motherfucker can say, hey man, I'm sorry I did this. Man, I don't give no fuck about no dude telling me he's sorry about some shit. It's showing me and not having repetitive behavior. You know
So
what I mean?
we from Missouri, the show me state,
Goddamn right.
by
So
way of California and Texas.
the more you do something, it becomes easier to walk away. You
Yeah,
get the
yeah,
more you continuously to do it, every time you do it, it becomes easier and easier and to stay away. You see
yeah.
what I'm saying? So that is the beginning of the demise of a lot of relationships or divorces.
And
Um,
people don't even realize it. It's like, you think you're doing good. Like a lot of guys think that all I have to do is
they
pay
do.
the bills and
Yeah,
everything is okay. No, it's not that because it's the mailman that's talking to me.
yeah.
And I'm not talking about me specifically, but I'm just saying in general.
No,
Girl, somebody's talking to you. Somebody is in your ear and they're asking how your day is. And they're texting you that good morning, beautiful. And and the sad part about it is it starts off so fucking innocent
yeah. And
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 blossoms into something where this dude is actually now listening to you bitch about the man that you with.
yep. And it happens. And the fucked up thing is, it'll be a dude that you have absolutely no interest. You're not
At
even.
all. He may be not even your type.
It's not even like, but
Broke than a motherfucker, maybe.
yeah.
You never know.
And then you got this guy never takes. Let's just say you dealing with some dude that, and there's a lot of them guys that motherfucker take you to get a quick trip meal, but ain't taking you out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? And
I
motherfuckers
can
get,
go get a hot dog and the walk afterward is so much more interesting.
and that's what I'm saying. Or the whole initiative. I think the biggest turnoff for me also when dudes, when you first start dating and it's like, hey, get dressed. I'm taking you here. You know,
Thank you.
and then it becomes
Let me open the door for you, dear. Maybe I'll send you some flowers.
when it becomes. I think another turnoff is the what do you want to do?
Yeah.
What do you do? It's
Like
what
you put no in, but then everything I suggest is a no.
no. I, but
No,
a
I
guy,
don't want to do that.
but a guy will say something like, well, yeah, but I don't know if you want to. But no, I expect you to know me well enough. To
Yeah.
me, that's a lazy ass way of not having to really interact and really not have to be on your shit. And
Yeah. And know you at all.
it's lazy as fuck. Um, like, damn, create some ambiance. You know what I mean? Put some fucking, do something that ain't just making you comfortable. Put some
Thank
fucking
you.
that she might like. Do
Thank
something
you.
and go out of your way. But these niggas are so basic now and so, you know.
Girl, back in the day, the men used to do it, man. Picnics and all of it.
Yep.
Open your door, send me flowers, hours, show up at your job just to take you to lunch.
But now you got to treat them like they're the women. You know what I'm saying? Now you got
What the fuck, man? And that's where divorce is coming from, brothers. When you start deciding that you got to get your nails done and be the bitch too. Now, I'm not saying don't get your nails done. If you can afford to get both your girls and yours, then do it. But if you can only afford one, shouldn't be you. Should not be you. I'm sorry.
I pay attention to where his money goes on also. Because a lot of dudes will play broke and scream broke in a minute, and they'll make sure that they got weed and they got hangout money and they got all this other shit.
Or video games.
Or video games, depending on whatever it is.
Everybody got a habit, y'all. Everybody got a habit. Mine is water.
But then, you know, for your ass, you know what I mean? And with
oh yeah, come your birthday. Well, I couldn't even afford a card, but I just bought the NBA 2K69.
Because you'll still deal with them, a lot of them think that there's no problem. No, there's a problem. It's just a matter of time at this point. And I think part of that is waiting for that man to either get his shit together before you're on the way out the door, or just sitting back watching him like, this ain't it. And you really start to lose, like, you don't feel it. So the question I go back to, can you get that spark back? Yeah, if he's genuinely trying to do some of this shit, yeah, you can get that spark back. But girl, he can't try that shit for like a day or two or for like a fucking week, and then
open your door for one day and then change their mind. Girl, please. Hey, Samala, thanks for joining us, girl. Yes.
So yeah, there's some shit.
You got to have some fucking consistency. If I met you opening the goddamn door for me, don't stop until I'm dead in the ground. Shit.
But I also a lot of these women that a lot of their previous relationships, or some of them, their mamas, if you are the type of woman that has been coddling your son, or you're the type of woman that is not made him get off his ass as a man, then
let that boy grow up to be a man. Let that boy grow up. It's cool to teach him how to cook so he can eat and shit like that, but let that boy grow up to be a man. Don't show up at his house washing his wife's underwear.
Girl, listen. It's the same thing. Like if a man does not decide, and you have some that are not, you got mama's boys, hell no.
Oh, girl.
A lot of mama's boys, hopefully he'll respect you, but you can't tell if he's married to you or his mama. So that's one
thing. Most times you can't. Thank you. Keep that same fucking energy all day, baby. All day. I had to do the clap thing because that's the DC thing, but yes, keep that same energy.
That's a fact. We go through these things where if you making us feel good, and a woman could live in the house with you and we're still gonna make sure we got on matching panties and bras and make sure our hair is done, our nail polish ain't chipped, and do all this other shit. When you see that she's stopping her routine
and she ain't showering before she get in the bed no more, she gonna shower in the morning with you. You already know you ain't getting no pussy, and
out of her way anymore to look pretty for you.
Yes,
I'm telling you,
it's a wrap.
It's over, or you better hurry up before it is over.
Or listen to that song by Jaheim. Put that woman first. Listen to that shit, because that brother talked to you. He tell you all what it's about. And the thing about it is, if she starts getting cute again, she ain't been cute for a minute, you should be concerned.
And that don't necessarily mean she getting cute for a dude. That means she got confidence back.
Yes. And dudes will flock to her. She don't even have to look for them. They look for her.
You're in trouble. You're in. So
a whole shitload.
I think once a woman, and the fucked up thing about Virgos is, see, like us, we won't say anything.
We just move. Yeah. Just move on. Next thing you know, the next nigga moving in.
Yep.
You'll sit on the curb.
I feel like it's common sense. But if you do feel like you're not being heard, if you do feel like you're emotionally
drained from screaming and trying to get their attention, It's
Yeah. And if you feel like it's not on equal basis, you know what I mean, then you gotta do what you gotta do. And
yeah.
that's both the male or the female, but I'm mostly speaking for women because again, I ain't got a dick. So, and if you got one and you want to comment, you're feel free to hop on this shit. Um,
Yeah.
but
So now, when Virgos decide that they're going to get divorced, we are some meticulous motherfuckers,
we are.
and we've been planning it for much longer than you think that we. We 3 years in and you on the first notice, but
Pay attention. But
so we've already calculated how much it's gonna take for us to do blah 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 blah, and we've been and we're sure we're good because we ain't gonna leave in no fucked up situation. I'm gonna tell you straight facts.
parts of
And
me,
if we do, it's gonna be still a benefit to on some level. We got a plan.
like I feel like this. Like you ain't gotta be no rich ass dude, no. But there's certain shit I'm gonna be looking at you like I should never have a dirty ass fucking car. I should never have to worry about like if I want something simple. I should never have to ask. If you
There should
gotta
always be food in the house. Like if a nigga ain't bringing home groceries,
like you should never have a problem feeding me. But
or paying the bills,
I'm not
lights,
out.
gas, electric, mortgage. I said mortgage, people, mortgage.
I'm not out either. Baby, here go. Not do you need a couple dollars? Don't ask me do I need some shit.
Just leave it there.
Ask somebody do they need some shit. That's just one of those things I'm asking you
Because I don't want to give it to you.
because I don't want to give it to you. I kind of laugh at that shit when I hear it. Whenever somebody does that. So
Hey, don't judge me, man. I mean, if I ask you, hey, you need anything, that means that I'm willing to sacrifice to help you out,
but
but
that's
I really need that shit.
we're talking about like in a relationship.
Okay. Because I just had to put that out there. Like, really need that shit. Don't come for me and be like, yeah, girl, I need it. And it'd be like, hey.
If you know, because if I'm dealing with you, it should be a hey babe, I wanted to make sure I see you ain't had no gas in the car, so I went ahead and I left a couple dollars in such and such. That shouldn't know every fucking blue moon type of shit. Especially if you got a dude that's constantly smoking, or if you got a dude that's gambling, or whatever his vice is. You know what I mean? Every dude has different vices, or every female has different vices.
Drinking, video games, that shit,
Yeah.
anything. All of it.
So what happens is these guys they get comfortable because you don't ask for much, so they expect you to not want shit, and
But I mean, so look, on the
that
flip side of that, and let me just point that out, that's full circle. That is full circle. And we're talking about men, family, jobs. Like if you act like you don't want shit, they ain't gonna give you shit.
that's a fact. That's a fact. So I think what I highly suggest give what the fuck you get. If you like, for instance, if you talk crazy to me,
I'm gonna talk crazy to you.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
talk
talk
crazy
crazy
to
to
you,
you.
and I'm not gonna want to fuck with you because I'm gonna look at you a certain way because you
Mm,
can't take that shit back.
yeah.
And especially if you apologize and then like you do the same shit, I will really forever look at you like real fucked up. You're gonna have to really do a whole lot of something for
In
me.
order to get back in my good graces.
Yeah, because I'm always, I don't gotta act shady with you. I don't gotta have no fucked up tough guy attitude with you. But just know that in the back of my mind, I'm only halfway fucking with you right now because disrespect or emotionally unavailable. If I feel like I'm going through something and you were
And I
not,
can't communicate with you. Yeah.
and, and that's gonna be so. All of these things will start to drive a wedge for me. I don't know about for you, but for me,
Well,
the
they're all little bitty things, right? Like, okay, today you can't pay the mortgage. Tomorrow, I wanted to talk to you about something that happened at work or something that was bothering me within our relationships, and you just can't hear me because you're talking about your shit. And then the next day, it's like I'm at the bottom of your totem pole, and the next day is this, and the next day is that. You're right. It drives the wedge. That wedge gets wider and wider as each thing comes on top of it.
or like if I point out that you did something, hey, I don't like what you did here.
Oh yeah, and you
And
justify it.
you turn around and you say, well, you bring up shit from a few days ago, or last week or last month or whatever. To me, it's certain things like, okay, there's certain things that I full well had a person call me a lie. Well, I full well know, like, I won't say shit because I'm just like that. I'll take that shit with me to the grave. I'll full out know that you are a fucking liar, dude, and I know what you've lied about and what you're doing, but I won't say shit. I'll let you. Okay, you can say whatever you want because I know, you know, and I might have, did whatever, but I guess
But I think it depends on how much I care about you. If I'm bust you out or not.
I feel like it's, to me, if somebody is, I think the funniest thing, and I'm not gonna bust you out until you finally piss me off so bad, and I have no intentions on ever speaking to you in life again. And
Yeah.
then I might not say anything. There is a thing for me of knowing. I like knowing certain shit about motherfuckers and them not knowing that I know, or assuming that I don't know, or they're talking shit, and I sit back and I just, okay, or
Yep.
they'll, or watching them do certain things or watching them have certain movements, but then they're so about certain shit, and I just,
And
okay,
it's kind of it's contradicting.
yes. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of things that I'll say certain shit about, but for some reason, when I've caught somebody in a lie, or when I've seen something that don't jive well, I don't know why I won't say anything.
Mm.
And I like it because in the back of my mind, you don't know that, bitch, I'm really already on to you.
Yeah,
But
yeah. Like I already know you full of shit. I
yeah,
heard you say that, but that don't make sense. And I mean, but again, for me, I think it depends on how much I either fuck with you or I don't. You know what I'm saying? Because if I fuck with you from day one, A1, then I'm thinking that maybe you may have fucked up some shit. Maybe your story wasn't straight. Maybe you forgot some shit. Maybe I need to remind you of some shit that may have happened so that we can get back to the same page type
happening
shit.
at the beginning is cool, but if
Yeah.
we are so far, and like, and here's the thing, I got this shit when I gotta look you in your eyes, and I just know. And you know what? And I'll listen to a motherfucker spin the story. Mind you, I'll have the whole backstory.
Oh yeah, yeah. You already know what the
I'll,
fuck it
I'll
is.
have like the whole backstory. I might even have video proof or whatever the fuck. I'll know everything that's going on. And I'll just sit there.
Now let you hang yourself. Yeah. Yeah.
And you might not never know, but I'll sit there and watch how you act with me. I think
Yes.
I think that's the kicker and what really is the catalyst on when I decide to stop fucking with you. I'll let this go on for a while and I probably will never say anything. But all the while, it's nothing worse than watching a person that you know is actively has like really told a bald faced lie or they did some really shady shit
Shady shit. Yeah.
and you know about it and it's not like word of mouth, but you know that they've done it. But it's watching them really talk to you like, you know, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't. You're like, motherfucker.
Nah, and you know what? I gotta tell you, maybe it's the Virgo in me, but at the end, I'm gonna need you to know that I fucking know. I need you. I need to look you in the eye and be like, you know what? And so on April 24th, 1982, when you told me that you didn't eat pork, and I watched you eat pork, when
And I
you
guess
ate that ham, no,
I feel this way because you gotta look at. I'm 44. I know you, and I got my other best friend, and you know we have a mutual best friend, Bubba.
yeah.
And one thing about it, I guess because I'm so, it's like my shit is what it is. You know what I mean?
No, but I think it depends. Again, for me, it depends on who it is. Because if it's somebody, okay, for instance, let's say that it was me and Bubba, right? And
Yeah,
Bubba said something, and I'm questioning. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to Tony. I'm gonna talk to Dutch about it. I'm gonna see if she tell it. And then she tells me a different story, and I'm looking at Bubba like, well, wait a minute. And he's carrying on like a certain way, and I'm still like, well, wait a minute. Eventually, because I love this nigga, I gotta tell him, look, man, that shit don't jive, and you either need to come clean or you don't. Now, if he comes clean, then maybe I can move forward because maybe he was just too embarrassed about the story and he just really didn't want me to fucking know. You know what I'm saying?
you know
And
what?
so he carries it a certain way. But like if it's some bullshit, like if it's divorce shit and yeah, I didn't sleep with that bitch, but here's like a whole damn hotel receipt and shit. I may bust you out. Yeah, I'm gonna let you know. I know.
I I think me, like if it's Bubba,
Yeah,
that's my best friend.
yeah, I'm gonna bust you out. If it's you, if it's him, I'm gonna bust you out. Hey, dog, that ain't what you told me last week, though.
You know. But if it's a person that I'm dealing with in an intimate situation,
Oh yeah, yeah. No, I'm gonna keep that
I
shit for a
I have
minute.
just how much bullshit they putting me through.
Yeah.
If you putting me through a good fair share, then I'm just gonna let you do whatever it is that you're doing. So that way when I'm done,
Oh
I
yeah, then you don't give a fuck. The give a fuck meter is at zero.
yeah.
That shit is all the way in the red because there's no air to be gained.
So I feel like I think the worst part about it is you don't notice it until they think that you're the one that's always, it's like, okay, man, motherfucker, I might lie once or twice. But about like some super stupid petty shit. Not
Yeah,
about
yeah, not even no real shit.
yeah, But then you find out like
That they had a whole fucking family. No, just
or not even the whole family, but just like they just moving foul, or they're just, doing shit that they claim that they don't do, or done shit that they said shit that they claim, and then you get like a whole another fucking story. I guess it's listening to the story after knowing the truth.
yeah.
And them spin it and watching them spin it. And it's like,
But how
what?
long before you get annoyed with it? Because me as a Virgo, I'm gonna get annoyed with it fairly quick. Like
You
I
know,
just don't want to see you spend too long because now you wasting my fucking time.
well, see, most people, once they spin it, you don't really, me, at that point, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Because now you already let me know how you feel about me.
Mm.
And if you could look me in my face, and really like, hey, this is what happened.
Yeah.
And I would never. And if you've done that more than one occasion, and I know otherwise, what the fuck I need to say something for?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
what do I need? At this point, it's just a matter of time of watching your other behaviors and deciding when I'm gonna stop fucking with you. Because
Facts.
now you're
Because
like,
after I pointed it out, yeah, it's no sense to bring it up no more. I
because
pointed out one time, I'm done with it.
no, they're not gonna tell the truth. They're gonna keep deflecting and make you look like you're the liar or you're the bad guy or whatever. No matter how much the truth that you put to them, that's what makes them feel better, or that they dealt with a liar before, so now you must be
Now
that.
you got to be just like them. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you have situations like that. So I feel like in when you're dealing with those type of people, at that point, all you can do now is just watch their behaviors,
Yeah.
and they're gonna do one or two things. They're gonna go out of their way to make shit right because deep down inside they know that it's fucked up, or they're gonna be so fucking narcissistic
If they
that
continue.
they
Yeah.
continue, and then they can't handle how you are. They can't give you the shit, and that's when you start slowly put yourself
Backing away. Yeah.
stop putting yourself away. So, in relationships, divorce, that's a good reason to get divorced. The
So
divorce,
look, what are key things to have before you get divorced from a Virgo standpoint? Yeah, I'm putting business out there.
finances is on the top of the list. You need to have your finances in order. Be it that you're single or being that you're going to get into another relationship with somebody else, your finances come first because love don't pay the bills. I know it sounds good. And quite frankly, don't give a fuck who doesn't agree. Um, what is the old saying?
God loves a child that has his own.
No. Like
Don't pay for the cow. You can get the milk for free.
no. But that's a good one too. Uh,
What they say? Keep your legs up. Wait, keep your pants up and your skirt down.
no. It goes a little something like when they say, I thought it didn't matter. You love me. That's a that's
For
called
what? You love me for what?
that's a broken. Let me tell you something.
Wait. Repeat the quote because I think I cut you off. I missed that part. Shit.
Anytime you hear a motherfucker say, "Well, I thought it wasn't about the money," or "You just love me for me." Now listen, ladies, you are supposed to love a man for themselves, but at the
Yes.
same time, if that motherfucker ain't trying to do or be or any of that, and that shit is going to affect you being with them, you love me for me is a broke nigga sport. You understand what I'm saying? Because you
Niggas
listen,
moving in with bitches is a broke nigga sport.
say that shit. Yes, yes.
Because I think that's the new shit now. Niggas
What
moving in with bitches.
talking
Or,
about
or, or do, let
men?
me stop disrespecting folks. Men moving in with women. Whether it be your mama, your cousin, your aunt, your girlfriend, or your sister.
But dudes do. A lot of these dudes wait for women that are already established, and instead of getting their own shit, they'll
Yeah, yeah.
prefer to be in your shit, you know. Or if they gotta get their own shit, it come with stipulations, you
Yeah,
know.
like you can't visit them the way they was visiting you.
Yeah,
I don't need, girl, what you need a key for? But they had a key to your shit for the past 9 years. Honey.
any dude that expects you to be uncomfortable or to get uncomfortable for him just to make him happy does not love you. I
Yes.
don't fuck. I don't care. I don't care. I said what I said. If a man wants you to be uncomfortable just to please him, he does not truly love you. Because if he really loved you, he would not put you in that position. He would go his own shit to make sure that he could put a roof over your head, so he could make sure that if all else fails, like, look, babe, I want to be with you. I want to be in a situation with you. He's gonna do whatever he has to do to
That's
put
what real men do, though. That's what real men do now.
uh,
We're not
um
talking about little boys. We're not talking about mama boys. We're not talking about little
that's
people who ain't fully grown up. A man is
it.
supposed to be the provider. Now I ain't gonna preach to y'all, but I'm gonna tell you that the man is supposed to be the provider of the household.
Yeah.
Now the woman can contribute, and the woman can equally meet him there if they got relationship goals to do. We gonna get this the big house and da 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 da. Both of y'all work. That's cool.
Right, but if he gets fucked up, it's your job as a woman to pick up where he's fucked up at. You know,
Exactly.
now
Exactly.
he loses his
Exactly.
job, he can't pay the rent, he can't do that. Well, as a woman, you don't
You
get
need the help. Shit, you should not be no damn
now
freeloader either.
paid the mortgage or whatever the fuck. So don't misunderstand us saying that he's supposed to be a provider for saying that once he can't provide anymore, that you just supposed to kick him to the curb. No,
Mm-mm.
that's
No, 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 no. You
that's
supposed to
not.
struggle with that, brother.
You're
You
supposed to
struggle
struggle.
with him.
How
Because you a foul bitch, you leave him.
we're not together if you won't even show me that you will do some shit in my like some people are so entitled. It's people that are entitled that will. You can invite a man to stay with you and say, "Oh, should I make sure you have a roof over your head?" Well, shit, I wasn't never really there that much, or I wasn't doing this, or I wasn't, you know.
Yeah, and then the motherfucker don't want to kick in half the rent the time that you need a little assistance.
And those are the dudes you need to get rid of.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, kick that motherfucker to the curb. I was only here 2 days, man. Who else was here? Nigga, get out my fucking house.
yeah, he wants you to take and me. I'm
I ain't
saying
taking care of no man.
no. I absolutely refuse. I'm not taking care of no man. And you hear a lot of them say, like a lot of what they say and what they do is not matching. You can't tell you're a man and you have a certain way of doing things, but yet you're not doing them in that manner. You know what
Mm.
I mean? So therefore, a woman can't trust being secure with you. You're not providing no security. So God forbid you got kids with this type of dude, and you
Mm.
got a situation like that. You already looking at him like you're already looking at him like he ain't shit because you already know low key that you got to take care of most of the responsibilities.
And
And
him.
most real men, with their children involved, they're not gonna wait till the fucking baby gets here like 2 or 3 months before. That shit starts long before.
Exactly. You got a place. There's a nursery. You're setting up the nursery. There's shit coming in. There's diapers already.
Yeah.
You're not showing up at the hospital counting on the hospital diapers and the hospital formula and saying you're gonna breastfeed because you ain't got no other way to take care of this kid and hoping somebody buy you some cloth diapers. You
Well,
know?
that's why a lot of these dudes get with women that have a little more than them because they figure, oh, well, she don't really gotta ask him for shit.
Yeah, yeah. Fuck that. I'm asking. I'm gonna need half of that.
You're gonna have a certain place. If after a while I feel like I can't come to you for the most important shit, or let's just say there's certain
And what
things
the fuck I need you for? I'm sorry.
like
I
what's
got a vibrator in the hand. The fuck I need you for?
because it ain't sex. I don't think men don't understand like We're
It
not
ain't sex.
driven. Like it's great to have. Uh,
Yes. And good sex is good sex. Let's just hands down. Good sex is good sex.
yeah, good sex is good
Like
sex.
I like my toes to curl too. Shit.
However,
That ain't all I'm looking for.
if I'm not engaging and I'm not like, oh my God, I got to hop on it and I got to do this and I want to do that, that means there's something that you're lacking.
Yeah,
Because
if it's not the golden dick, you ain't it.
yeah, if I'm not trying to do the most, there's a reason. There's a reason. Like if I'm not, and a lot of these guys, a lot of them, they toot their own horns, and you
No.
but just sit there and just like, go on, baby, toot your horn. Beep,
Beep beep.
I ain't beep beep. I ain't finna stop how you feel. You feel like the end all be all, and again, that's how a lot of shit ends in divorce. You
Hell
got
yeah.
somebody that thinks they're the end all creme de
You know, God's gift to everything, and then you realize you ain't God's gift to shit, and now your dick is limp, and the shit just don't work no more, and you ain't serving up the minimum of what you were serving before.
Well, some ain't serving up nothing. Some ain't serving up shit, and then
Lord.
And then
This is rolling on the floor laughing shit.
You got some that ain't serving up a fucking thing, right? That's it. Shit dead.
It's a fucking plate. It's a plate.
Dead since the summer of '76. And then you have some that but these motherfuckers, like, once you start bragging and telling me what another woman done had or you ain't never had no complaints,
I told you about your shit.
Now every time I look at you, I ain't gonna really want to fuck with you too tough.
Or another woman that told you about your shit, you know you done fucked up. Don't tell me what that bitch told me about your shit. I'm sorry. Let me tell you what I think about your shit.
Right.
Because you may have sold you too strong.
I have no complaints, and that's what they like. And even whether we arguing or whether that's just how you once the way that I look at you after that, like I won't have the same want for you.
No, because I know that you ain't even serving up what you said you could at least serve up. Like if you tell me what you serving, I'm coming with expectations.
Well, don't tell me how great this, that, and the third when
man. I'm expecting that steak to be tender. I'm expecting it to be juicy, and I'm expecting it to fill me the fuck up. I'm not expecting no bullshit.
You remind me of the lady from Wendy's.
Where's the beef? Yeah. Don't promise me and show up with okay, this went all the way left. Yeah, because I don't qualify for a damn divorce. Shit. No.
So, I mean, no, all of these are true though. I really feel like if you I don't want to hear about how another motherfucker think you're oh so great. And
please don't.
I give a fuck. What do I won't say shit, but what the fuck do I care? That make me look at I ain't gonna look at you the same. And then you gotta know the difference.
See, I think we back on sexcapades a little bit, but can we talk about dick pics?
We can. Okay.
Who the fuck is out there requesting this shit? Who the fuck is out there asking niggas to send dick pics? Unsolicited. Who's asking? Unsolicited, I said. I need to speak to that young lady.
There are askers. And I think it wasn't intended for all to participate. I think when the question went specific participants and everybody decided, well, I got one. No,
everybody jumped up for it. Girl, I done fell out my chair again. Everybody jumped up for it.
They were not asking you. I don't
know.
Yeah,
they were not. They were not. You were not the one. You were not the one. If it wasn't, you know.
Yeah. My mama told me.
Most women will not ask, if I'm being honest. If I'm being honest, my female friends that I've polled, Most women will not ask for a dick pic unless they've already had the dick. Or
I,
unless they trying to see if you're a liar. But nowadays, most women don't take pictures for real because you guys can enlarge. You can
here's
zoom in.
my deal.
It's the two fingers.
I can see if it's one you've never seen and you want to know what it looks like. But if I gotta ask that, then you're gonna be getting aerosol cans and all types of other stuff for comparison.
Yeah. Like I need a comparison.
Yeah.
I need something that you need to
So
sit by, but don't just send it to me enlarged.
now,
So
if it's somebody that I've already been dealing with, my significant other,
yeah, sometimes I may want to see it if I ain't seen it in 6 months.
I'm gonna want to see it if we're like long distance and we're playing,
Yeah, yeah, role playing and stuff like that, and that is okay. See, this type of shit does not lead to divorces. If I request it,
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
if we're
But
role playing,
listen, it's
divorces lead to when she ain't asking about your shit, and it's been 2 years.
some sisters out that are married and ain't had sex with their spouse in a very long time.
Long time, and to me, months is long time. To me, months is long time. But there are motherfuckers out there that have been going years, man. I don't understand that shit. Fuck that,
And
nigga. You gonna have to licky
you
licky or
know,
beat off in front of me or do something.
me and you
I'm
know,
sorry, that was just foul as shit. Disregard all of that, YouTube. Disregard all of that. I think my food's here. Oh Lord.
yeah, me and you know a friend that's suffered of this, and we'd like to offer our condolences because once that shit is dead, that's it. And then,
Rest in peace to the dicks that have died.
yep, and
Rest in peace to the fallen dicks. Can we
yes,
get a moment of silence?
yes. Let the church say, "A Graham."
A Graham. Or Ace.
Just keep in mind though, sometimes the sex would be a demise, and you could keep the relationship going. The sex is not the end all be all, but what happens when the sex is gone and there's
Very
no of anything, and then there's like a lack of communication, a lack of time,
bags.
and then at that point, shit,
Bags is packed, man. I gotta have my shit in the
bury
car
it,
already.
bury it, coffin. You
Yeah.
might as well have a funeral for that marriage. Have a funeral for it, and you just bury that shit in the yard somewhere and move the fuck on.
And
So,
see, so I'm glad that you said that, right? Because after marriages are done and divorces are over, there is a grieving period. I know people don't want to admit that, but there's a serious grieving period where you grieve like the loss of that relationship.
yeah,
Because you have to remember at some point you committed to love, honor, and cherish
know,
this motherfucker till the days of your end.
yeah,
And so there is a there and but that's okay. It's okay to take that time. Like you don't have to jump into from divorce to divorce party. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to internalize and deal with that relationship and realize that you've lost something that was very significant to you at
right,
one point in your life, and that your life is now changed forever because of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like again, you have to decide because even there is a grieving process, and some people will get up under one dude to get from to forget about
Oh
another.
yeah. And that's no good, ladies
Because
or guys. That's no good to be going either way.
yeah, especially if you find yourself thinking that you have found something better,
Mm.
and they're trying to convince you that it's better, but in reality is you end up with a motherfucker that talks to you crazy or don't know how to treat
Your
you.
grass is brown as shit. It's burnt. It ain't even green no more.
Everything
Your
ain't
grass used to be halfway green. It was like that springy kind of green. And now your shit is dark brown, like some dog is taking a dump on it every day.
so. Advice, ladies, if you come from a little of something and you have a little something, and keep your coin, keep your
Oh yeah, don't be giving this to the
sanity,
niggas.
keep your house. Don't move nobody in your shit for your
Girl.
because at the end of the day, it's not worth the headaches if they're not willing to provide you with everything that you already have a problem with. It's worth it.
And let's talk about moving motherfuckers in. Like, let's backtrack that a little bit, right? Because once you move a motherfucker in and they get one piece of mail in, you got to evict their ass.
Yeah.
Ladies, let's not be stupid enough to let these motherfuckers begin mail at their house, at your house. Do not let this nigga get no mail. Keep that. Look, ain't no ring, ain't no mail.
Yeah.
Because once they do, then you officially have to evict their ass. And they can fight the eviction.
Yeah.
And you can be stuck with somebody for 6 to 9 months. And
I'm
this mug is bringing other bitches in there, fucking them in your face. I mean, shit could get
like,
ugly.
it's important to know that if you are going to have somebody that's in your space, are they going to respect your space? See, that's my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Much of us, you having mail come to my shit. How are you treating me while you're in my shit while we're going through some? And
But
if you
I'm just saying, don't get caught up in no bullshit. But yes.
ain't me right, then you gotta get the fuck out. And that's
Yeah.
the to have to somebody that you care about, like tell them get the fuck out. But my energy is most important, and how you respect me is most important.
Yeah,
But
but see, a lot of people start the relationships off with their representatives, and that's what I'm getting at. Like, you start off with this good person that's doing all this shit, and then 3 months later, you done let this nigga get a piece of mail there. He done registered to vote there so he could go vote with you. He done moved his baby mama in. And you can't get this nigga out.
Lord, Lord,
I'm sorry. I know that's an extreme case.
you're not helping. Oh Jesus.
That's extreme. I know that's extreme. But I'm just saying, shit like that does happen.
It does. It does.
Especially in Newport News. Next thing you know, motherfucker demanding that you have his breakfast at 8.
And that goes back to like, don't demand shit from me. You know what I mean? It's certain expectations, and everything is not going to be fair. Like, I get that. You want everything to be fair, but the reality is everything is not going to be fair.
Ever.
I'm going to want certain things from you that you probably feel like you give enough of. You might want certain shit from me. And there's going to be no relationship is 100% fair down the middle.
Not at any given time. But a good relationship has ebbs and flows.
Yes, yeah. There's gonna be some things that I'm gonna compromise on, and you might not. There's gonna be some things you're gonna compromise on that I might not, and that's totally fine. That's totally fine that we're gonna have, But in order to avoid divorce, there has to be ebb and flow. You know what I mean? And there has to be when the days that a woman has to chase a man, and I've learned this from men, from brothers, from friends.
I don't chase nothing but I don't even chase my liquor, baby.
I'm not supposed to chase no man ever.
I don't chase no man or liquor. So
I chased a man before. I can honestly say that shit.
I have, yeah, once.
That shit is dead. That shit is about
girl. My heels was hurting. I realized after the first block I was done. I ain't even running around the corner. I was like, look, nigga, I ain't gonna make it with you. You got this. Bye-bye.
Yeah. That, so.
Oh, Lord have mercy. And on that note, man, we've had a great time with you guys this evening, haven't we, lady?
I have definitely had a good time. I tell you what, you guys start sending in some topics. We'll start addressing a couple of topics that you guys find interesting. We're still building, so bear with us. We are still building.
Please.
We're definitely bouncing from more than one show. This being our newest, which it should be our oldest, but like I said again, please bear with us. We're getting some things together. We're trying to get a little consistency, but we'd like to hear some of your ideas. We'd like to hear some of your concerns and some topics, and we're not above, topics coming from our audience. So that said, you guys have a wonderful night. We'll see you guys again next Wednesday. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. And until next week, y'all take care of yourselves and each other. Good night.